Stand up for warm-ups. Keep your legs a little spread out. Keep the hands joined together in front. Now first watch and then you can practice. Breathing in, you will take the hands straight up. Breathing out, you will turn the whole body to the right side. Continue to breathe out and bring the hands down. Continue to breathe out, turn to the other side. Then breathing in, come up from the other side. Then you will hold your breath. Breathing out, come down, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Hold your breath. Breathing in, come up. So get ready. Breathing in, take both the hands up over the head. Hold your breath. Breathing out, turn to the right side, bend forward, go closer to the foot, turn to the other side, hold your breath. Breathing in, come up from the left side, look up, hold your breath. Breathing out, come down from the left side, turn to the right side, hold your breath. Breathing in, come up from the right side, hold your breath. Breathing out, come down from the right side, continue to breathe out, turn to the left side, hold your breath. Breathing in, come up from the left side, hold your breath. Breathing out, come down from the left side, turn to the right side, hold your breath. Breathing in, come up from the right side, turn to the center, bring your hands up. Now we'll do our traditional Tadasana. Keep your hands on your head interlaced. Turn the palms facing the sky. Breathing in, come up on your toes, stretch your hands, stretch as much as possible. Look at one point in front and hold your balance. And hold your breath. Breathing out, keeping the palms facing the sky, very slowly come down and rest your hands on your head, palms facing the sky. Second round, breathing in, very slowly lift the hand up, stretch your toes, come on your toes, hold your balance, hold your breath. When you're ready to breathe out, very slowly start coming down. Third round, breathing in, very slowly go up, come on your toes, fix your gaze at one point in the front, hold your balance, hold your breath. Very slowly breathing out, come down to rest your hands on your head, palms facing the sky. Now bring the hands from the side and relax. Now spinal twist, Kati Chakrasana. So breathing in, bring both the hands up at the shoulder level, hold your breath. Breathing out, turn to the right side, the right hand comes from behind on the waist, left hand goes on the right shoulder, turn to the right side and see how much you can turn. Breathing in very slowly, come back, hands back at the shoulder level, hold your breath. Breathing out, turn to the left side, left hand comes from behind on the waist, right hand on the left shoulder, turn as much as you can to the left side. Breathing in, bring the hands back at the shoulder level, hold your breath. Breathing out, bring the hands down and take some rest. Once again, second round, breathing in, bring both the hands to the shoulder level. Hold your breath, hold your position. Breathing out, turn to the right side. Breathing in, come back. Hands at the shoulder level. Hold your breath, hold your hands. Breathing out, swing to the left side. Give it as much a twist as you possibly can without straining the body. Breathing in, come back, hands at the shoulder level. Very slowly bring the hands back. Now if you can practice Natvarasana balancing pose. First watch. You will slightly turn the right foot towards the right side. You will lift your left leg up in Nataraj dancing pose. Left foot is up, the left hand is straight. The right hand will come over that. Index finger pointing up. All the other fingers join together. Hold your position and hold your balance. And then very slowly come back. So start. Once you have practiced one round, start once again from the right side. The elbow must be over the right hand, somewhere in the middle, near the wrist. Release. Now on the other side, so lift the right leg up. Then release. Now something for your brain to activate, balance itself. So just raise your right leg from the floor. Then raise both the hands up. Now this is very easy to do. So take the leg back. Now close your eyes and try it. Take care you will lose balance, so be careful. The longer you can do this, the better is your neuromuscular coordination. Release. Now the last one, we do it cycling on the right arm position and then we'll rest. So you keep both the legs like this. The right hand will cycle forward, the left hand will cycle backward. Make sure both the legs are not in the same direction. So when the right leg is going forward, left leg should come toward the chest. And then relax and repeat on the opposite side. Whichever leg you are taking forward, take it the other way around. If you can get this opposites smoothly going, it can work wonders for you. So So now get ready. Stop the practice. Sit down comfortably in a meditative position. Focus your attention on your breathing. Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I am creating 3 layers of protection. The outermost layer consists of 6 friendly creatures: an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I am lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall to go up all around me, creating a protective shield. The 3rd layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of the mantra Om that I am chanting. Take your awareness to your perineum at the cervix for ladies, between the anus and the genitals for men. Visualize a 4-petal lotus, red color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to spinal terminus of the coccyx bone, 6-petal lotus, orange color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura chakra behind your navel, 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata Chakra behind your heart center. 12 petal lotus green color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind your throat pit. 16 petal lotus blue color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Agnya Chakra behind the eyebrow center. 2 petal lotus indigo color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra at the center of the top of your head. 1000 petal lotus white color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavai Tejasvinamadi Namastu Bhavidishavai Om Shanti 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 Parigi Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Interlace all the 4 fingers, left and thumb, right and index finger, thumb rotated around the left and thumb. Keep your hands near your chest. Follow me in making your sankalpa. I'm chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health, mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health. And I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam
उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्। उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्। उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। Very gently disengage your hands, keep them on your knees. Keep your body absolutely steady. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of your mind. Become a passive observer of all the thoughts that flip in and out through the mind. As you are standing there as a passive observer, watching your thoughts, become inquisitive and ask yourself a question: where are these thoughts coming in from and where are they disappearing? When you ask that question, there is a momentary blankness. Focus your attention on that blankness. Feel completely grounded to Mother Earth. Feel confident that she will always provide for all your necessities in life. Feel a surge of energy coming up from Mother Earth, penetrating your body, reaching out to every nook and corner in the body, giving you a unique confidence to face up to all external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. Slowly open your eyes, release your legs, lie down on your back. We'll be working on lower extremities. Last session we worked on the shoulder joints. So we'll work on the legs today. Try and release the lower extremity muscles. As usual, we start with the scanning of our body. So stretch your legs out. Keep your palms facing skywards, hands by the side of your body. Just pay some attention to your own body. Visualize the position in which you are lying. How exactly are your legs spread out? What is the angle of your foot? Are they flopped to the sides on the ground, or are they angled facing toward the ceiling? If so, are they symmetrical on the right side and the left side? Then gently bring your attention to your heels. How is the pressure between the heels and the ground? And are they symmetrical on the right side and the left side? If not, which side seems to be pressing more as compared to the other. Now bring your attention to your calf muscles. How are they aligned with the ground? What is the pressure between them and the ground? And are they symmetrical on the right and the left side? If they are not, could you identify any similarity between the way the heels are pressing and the calf muscles are pressing? That is, if the heels on the right side seems to be pressing more, are the calf muscles on the right side pressing more, or is it the other way around? Then bring attention to your knees, back of the knees. Is it flushed along the ground? Or is there a gap between the back of the knees and the ground? If so, what is that gap? Do you feel the gap is symmetrical on the right and the left side? If not, do you see any similarity between the gap and the heels and the calf muscles? Is the gap less on the side where you're pressing more, or is it more on the side where you're pressing more? Just pay attention. Now bring attention to your buttocks. How are they pressing against the ground? And are they symmetrical on the right and the left? If not, any similarity between them and the heels, calf muscles, knees? Now bring attention to your spinal cord. Start from the coccyx and the tailbone. Are they touching the ground or raised from the ground? What about the lumbar vertebrae? Which of them seem to be touching the ground? Which of them are raised from the ground? What about thoracic vertebrae 1 to 12? Now pay attention to the lower back on either side. Are they flushed along the ground or raised from the ground? What about your mid back? Upper back? How are your shoulders? Are they aligned and flushed along the ground, or are they raised from the ground? If they are raised, are they symmetrical on the right and the left side? If they are not, any connection between them and the rest of the dissimilarities in the heels, knee joint, buttocks? Just mentally relax the whole body. Now pay attention to the gap between the neck and the floor. And mentally imagine if you were to roll a towel and keep it under the neck to cover that gap, how big that roll will be. Make your own assessment. Then very slowly get ready for arch and flatten. So first fold both the legs. Now you know how to do arch and flatten. You will roll down the spine. The sides of the body will be on the ground. The lower, below the belt line, the spine will arch and the tailbone will press against the ground. When you're breathing out, the spine below the belt line will flatten out and touch the ground. The tailbone will raise up from the ground. Again, breathing in, arch the lower back, tailbone pressing against the ground. Breathing out, flatten. Nisha, legs folded. Continue arch and flat. Now very slowly stop the movement, stretch your legs and take a little bit of rest. Now while you are resting, you will first listen to the instructions, and if you have a difficulty, then we will demonstrate. You must understand that if you are keeping the hands like this, rotating internal means you will turn the palms outward. Rotating external means you will take it towards the ground and take it to the other side. That means the back of the hand will face the ground. Okay? So rotating inward means the back of the palm will start facing the sky and then you will turn more towards this side. Rotating externally means that palm will start facing the ground and you will start going the other way around. Now, lying on your back, fold your legs. Keep the hands by the side of the body, spread out a little bit. Now, as you start arching your body, externally rotate both the hands. Breathing in, arch your back, externally rotate both the hands at the palm level. And when you're breathing out, you're flattening, internally rotate. Internally rotate. I'm not able to make out whether you got it right. If you want, just watch once, please. Both the palms are facing the sky. I'm now arching. My hand goes like this. My shoulders press into the ground. When I'm flattening, my hand goes the other way around and turns like this. I'm arching, rotating it like this. I'm flattening, rotating it like this. Now start. 5 rounds. Arch. Arch and internally rotate. And flatten, externally rotate. And when you have completed the round, relax. If you want to stretch your legs, stretch them. And the next move, we will watch after you have stretched your legs. The next move is also arch and flatten only. When you are arching,
you will take the shoulder down, pressing it closer to the ground, and your head will slightly extend backwards. And then when you're flattening, you will bring the shoulders closer together. When you're arching, you will press the shoulder, extend the head a little bit. When you're flattening, you will bring the shoulders closer together. So get ready. When you're arching, shoulders will press towards the ground, head will slightly tilt backwards. When you're flattening, shoulders will come closer together. Correct. Very good. Second round. Third round. Fourth round. Last round and relax. Now you're going to do something which is very interesting called a flower. So you're going to open the flower and close the flower. So please watch. You'll be keeping the legs like this, hands under your head. Okay? Now as you are arching, you'll start like this. As you are arching, you will spread both the hands, spread both the legs, press the shoulder to the ground, tilt the head a little back. As you are flattening, you will bring the hands together, the feet will spread out, and the knees will close out. So you are closing the flower. Now you are opening the flower. Now you are closing the flower. Breathing out when you are coming up, breathing in when you are opening the flower, breathing out when you are closing the flower. Remember, when you are coming up, the legs spread out, the knees come together. So get this movement correctly, and then get this movement correctly. Only take it down as much as it can comfortably go. Start. Get ready. Both the knees together, elbows up, head up. Starting position, elbows up, then only you will go down to open the flower. Then breathing out, elbows head up, knees together, feet apart. Very good. After 4 or 5 rounds, stop and stretch your legs. And then just experience what all changes you can feel inside your body. Whatever you have done till now, the body will be sending you some responses. What exactly can you experience? Just feel inside your body as much as you can. Does any of the muscles feel more relaxed?
Does any of the muscles feel more contracted? How is your breathing? Can you feel your diaphragm move up and down as you breathe? Is your abdomen opening up very well when you're breathing in and closing out very well when you're breathing out? Just pay attention. You're just trying to see what happens inside your own body. You're not judgmental. You're only experiencing whatever it is as it is. Commercially, we call it as is, where is basis. Then slowly turn to one side. Come back to your chair position. First, we will follow the regular practice and then we will follow some variations to it.
So regular practice is to take the hand over the head, catch the ear on the other side, lift the head up and lift the top foot, keeping the knees together. And then we will come down. Now let me explain the other movements also so that you can practice one after the other. In the second move, you will take the shoulder a little down and then keeping the shoulder there, head is down only, you will lift your leg up and then bring the shoulder back. You're taking the shoulder down and then you are lifting the leg up. And then when your leg is going back, you're bringing the shoulder back. The third one, you will move the shoulder forward, take it down, then lift your foot up. Then when you're taking the leg down, you will bring the shoulder back. So you're rotating the shoulder forward, flexing it down, and then you are lifting the foot up. And then you are taking it back. And the last round, you will stretch the lower leg straight, upper hand straight. In this position, you will lift the foot up and bring it down. And you will practice this on the other side. So get ready. First is our standard move, legs in chair position. The thighs are at right angle, both the feet folded together. Starting, yeah, correct. Hands over the head. Now you will lift the head up and the top foot away from the other foot, the knees together. Knees together. Only the foot will come up. Yes, correct. Head up, head up. Head up. Very slowly take it back. Slowly take it back. Slowly take it back. If you take it back fast, you will not get the benefit of the practice. Your upper cortex will not register. So once again, breathing in, come up. Knees together. Breathing out, very slowly come down. Ashwini, if possible, knees together. If not, it's okay. Third round, breathing in, come up. Very slowly take it down. Relax. Take a couple of breaths, keeping this position like a chair. Now, you will not be bringing the head up. You will only be moving the shoulder a little down towards your hip joint and then lift the upper foot up. Move the shoulder down, lift the upper foot up. And then very slowly bring it back.
Second round, breathing in, move the upper shoulder toward the hip joint and then lift the foot up. Very slowly take it back. Very good. Last round, breathing in, shoulder toward the hip joint, lift the top foot up, very slowly take it back. Wonderful. Now the third variation, move the shoulder a little forward. We call it rotating the shoulder forward. And then take it a little down, which is called flexing the shoulder, and then lift the leg up. Very good. Then very slowly take it back. Wonderful. Move the shoulder once again, breathing in. Rotate the shoulder forward, flex the shoulder, and then lift the leg up. Very good. Very slowly come back. Last round. Then relax. Now stretch the bottom foot straight. Take the upper hand over the head. Now listen to my instructions. This can create a slight difficulty. You might experience a slight pain in the knees. If that happens, immediately back off. So go according to your own judgment. The bottom foot is straight, top foot, knees down on the ground, upper hand is over the shoulder, over the head. Upper hand over the head, correct. Along with the other hand. Bottom foot straight, correct. Now in this position, lift only the upper foot up. If you experience any difficulty in the knees, back off. If you experience any difficulty in your knees, back off. Very slowly bring it down. Wonderful. Second round. Very slowly back off. Last round. Relax. Now stretch your legs, relax. Srilata, there was no problem. Oh, very good. Now turn to the other side. Now first the standard practice. So the top hand over the head catching the ears, head and the top foot comes up, breathing in, breathing out, take it down slowly. Second round, slowly, bring the legs and the head down slowly. Third round, very good. Relax. Now the first variation, your head will remain on the ground. You will try to move the shoulder down toward the hip joint and then lift the top foot up. Last round. Now you will rotate the shoulder forward, then flex it toward the hip joint, then lift the foot up. Very slowly release and take the shoulder back, leg down. Second round, breathing in, rotate the shoulder forward, flex it toward the hip joint, lift the upper foot up, and then very slowly take it back. Last round. Very good. Now, you will take the upper hand over the head. It will be almost parallel to the bottom hand. Bottom leg will be straight. The top leg will be in the same position like a chair. And in this position, keeping the hands over the head, rotate the knee so that the foot will come up away from the ground. Correct. Very good. If the knee pains, then back off. Very slowly come down. Second round. Last round. Then lie on your back. And then feel how your legs are feeling now. If possible, just press on your hip joint, hip area, thighs, sorry, and see if those muscles of the thighs feel a little more relaxed. Along the thighs, if you press and see, you can find out whether the muscles are feeling more relaxed or not. Now we are going to do a little more, last practice, little more difficult. So first watch it, and then you can practice. You'll be back in this position. First, I will take my right leg, place it on the left knee. And then breathing in, I will straighten the leg from there. And then breathing out, I will very slowly take it back. So breathing in, I will straighten it up. Breathing out, I will slowly bring it back. Second round, I will rotate the foot outwards and then take it up. So the foot remains rotated outwards and then I take it up and down. The last is I rotate the foot inward, then I take it up. Then I'll bring the leg down, then I'll stretch the legs up. Then I'll do it on the other side. Okay? So get ready. First, the right leg on the left knee. If you have a difficulty doing this, then just keep the leg straight on the ground and you can do the same practice. There is no difficulty, then only do it. Now very slowly breathing in, straighten the leg, taking the foot up, Breathing out, bring it back to starting position. Second round. Breathing in, straighten it. Breathing out, bring it back to starting position. Third round, breathing in. Oh no, that is the starting position. Yeah. Down, the foot down, but the knees are over each other. And then slowly bring it back. So keep the knees together. Now rotate the foot outward. If you want to take rest and then do it. Second round. Some of you have rotated it inside, doesn't matter. Then you can do it the opposite side when you are doing next. Now, whichever side you turned your foot, turn it the other side and then lift it up.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do the two knees have to kind of touch each other when you are lifting one leg and straightening it out?
Yes, if possible. I mean, the back of the knee will be either exactly on the knee or very close. Like for example, if you see this is my back of my knee, it is resting literally on this knee as an anchor, as a support.
Okay.
So if you do it this way, then it is a different experience altogether. And if you do it from here, that's a different experience. This is what is intended.
Okay. Thanks.
Now very slowly shift the leg. So now let the left leg come on the right knee. And first three moves straight up and then slowly down. Slowly, 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 slowly. If you do it fast, you are not going to get the benefit, so do it slowly. Slow, slow. Tell yourself, whatever speed at which I did, I'm going to do it at half that speed and do it. Correct. Now it's much better. When you become aware, you automatically slow down. Now, second round, turn the foot to one side, whichever side you are comfortable, and then lift it up 3 times slowly. Then lift it, turn the foot to the other side, then lift it slowly and take it back slowly. When you've finished, stretch your legs. When you stretch your legs out, just feel the effect of what all you have done inside your body. How does your legs feel now? Now pay attention to how the heels are pressing against the ground, how the back of the knee is pressing against the ground, how the calf muscles are pressing against the ground, how the thighs are pressing against the ground, and the buttocks. And see if you can experience any changes between the time you started and now. How does these practices impact you? What can you feel? What can you experience? Do you feel you're lighter now as compared to when you started? Now slowly we'll go on to the next move, and that is the playing the violin. So you can keep your legs in this position. Now you keep the left hand like this, and from here you will imagine you are holding this rod of a violin, and then you will play the violin over your wrist. Then you will play it over your elbow bend. Then you will play it over your shoulder. And then you will relax both the legs. Then you will repeat it on the other side. First over the wrist, then over the elbow, then over the shoulder. Pay attention to what happens at the shoulder joints. Are you keeping the hands straight when you are playing the violin? Are your elbows bending? Pay attention. When you're moving it back and forth, what happens? Now slowly move your hand towards the elbow. Play the violin over the elbow. Then over the shoulder. Now relax. Now you'll repeat the same thing, but this time you'll play the violin under the hand. So you'll play it like this under the hand at the same three locations. When you're playing under the wrist, your hand must go under the wrist only. Pay attention. When you're playing under the elbow, your lower hand must go under the elbow only. Then when you're playing under the shoulder, it should go under the shoulder only. And then relax. When you're completed, relax. And now see whether there is any difference between what you can feel on the right side of your shoulder and the left side shoulder. Can you feel any difference between the right shoulder and the left shoulder? Now play the violin on the other side. Now relax and observe how the shoulders are feeling. Are they flushed more towards the ground now? How both the legs are feeling, how both the thighs are feeling. We'll slowly start making the last move to bring it to a close. So it's the same move that you're already familiar with from your cat stretch. Right hand under your head, both the legs are folded, and then you breathe in and arch, breathe out, flatten, bring the head and the elbow toward the opposite knee, and then very slowly you will bring it back and arch. So start, right hand under the head, arch, and then breathing out, bring the head up, elbow toward the opposite knee. Once again, breathing in, go back, arch your back. Once again, breathing out, bring the head up, elbow toward the opposite knee. Once again, breathing in, go down, arch your back, breathing out, come up, and then relax. Now the other side, 3 times. Then stretch your legs. Go down slowly, go down slowly. Remember that instruction is a standing instruction for all movements. If you do it rapidly, it doesn't benefit you. Got it. That's better. Now feel the body for the last time. Then very slowly turn to one side. And sit up. So today you can feel how you are feeling when you are walking around. Whether you feel any difference between the way it is today and is compared to previous days. Get ready to chant Om 3 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. Then take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Harigi Om. Rub your hands nicely and with your Om, keep them on your eyes and feel the warmth flowing into the eyes. Gently open your eyes. Hari Om. That's it. So have a great week ahead. See you all on Thursday. We'll be starting lesson 10. Bye.